Muppin Sewing Emporium. How are you doing today? It is Friday, and that means it is time once again for Muppin's Sewing Emporium Friday night to you live through the power of the internet from beautiful downtown Paducah, Kentucky. I can tell you tonight, my friends, that Alice Cooper is in town here in Paducah, Kentucky, and everyone is talking about him because he has been throughout the whole town. He's been here since last night, and he has just been bip-bopping around town, and everybody seems to have had a Alice Cooper sighting. So Alice Cooper is here. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it. Yes. No. Oh, you mean these? Yes, thank you. We got a lot to talk about tonight, but Alice Cooper is one of them because he is out and about in downtown, well, not in downtown Paducah, but the show that he's at the Carson Center. He should be taking the stage any minute now. And he's out here in Paducah, and he's doing the live thing. So I just thought that was really fun and cool that he's been out and about here in town, and everybody's talking about him. Feel like everybody, all the shops down here, it's just been a thing. So Alice Cooper is in Paducah tonight on Friday the 13th. So there's that. We've got Mr. Spooky and Mr. Crinkles. Mr. Crinkles, if you notice, has moved. But he has not moved on his own. He moved with my assistance. He moved because we wanted to show him in all of his hideousness glory to a friend, and so I brought him out of the studio and then put him back. So if he looks like he's moved, he moved with my help. So, there's that. Mr. Spooky is here as he always is. We have a wonderful sale going on right now on our website, my good friends. And I need for you to know that tonight and all through this weekend, you can use 1313 to save 13% off everything in our shop. If you come in and ask for the 13% discount, you will get it. And we have restocked on some of your favorite fabric bundles, and I'm just gonna, let's just talk about it, shall we? Because and let's just make sure that this part of the video is working, because the other night this did not work, and I was really upset about it. But it does look like it's working, so that is good. We have the video working, so yay. Hi, how are you? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so as you can see, I got little Dealy Bopper ears on. This, my friends, is the I don't know why this camera is working funky, but it is. So we have this collection, Pretty Creepy, in stock as bundles once again on our website. We have the half yard bundles and fat quarter bundles. This is the Corey Dantini fabric collection. She now I will tell you, this has been out all summer, and this is probably the last kind of bundles you're going to be able to see of this, especially this close to Halloween. most of the companies out there have already sold through their stock of this. So I'm just letting you know this is going to be pretty hard to find anywhere else. And you can get 13% off of it tonight. So you've got the Pretty Creepy collection by Corey Dantini. This is a Free Spirit fabric line. And I just want to show you some of my favorites out of this collection because there are some like chef's kiss kind of parts of this collection. And that starts with this top one. And here's why this top fabric is just, I mean, it is just aces. Not only because of the little flower skulls as flower heads, but the hidden bats all in here and the pumpkin berries. I mean, it does not get cuter than that. It's a very super print. This one also, I can tell you, this one is so popular in the shop that I took what little we had left and turned it into these bundles. So that's why these bundles aren't going to be available after this, is because some of these are gone after this, right? We cut them up and turned them into these bundles. So you've got these two bat fabrics, which I know I've shown a million times throughout on here. We've got this fabric, which I still think is one of the premium fabrics in this collection. You've got these sort of skeleton dudes with the occasional one with a flower, like in almost like in a pocket square kind of thing. It's just so cute. On this almost like hunter, not hunter, but like olive green background. I just can't say enough about this collection. This one, which looks like it is just dark blue, but it's got little bats and it's got little witches. I mean, it's subtle, but it's there and it's awesome. So this was the small version of the giant panel that's available for this collection, which we also still have a couple left. So if you are interested in this design as a standalone panel, we still have that in stock as well. So don't sleep on it. This one here, which is kind of, as you can see, there's the Pretty Creepy, sort of like a sugar skull sort of wallpaper with the acanthus leaves and things like that. It's super, just a super collection. So this one, very orange and black. And here's the other one that is super hard to get in this collection. This one is again one of those where it's super subtle, but it's there. You have bats in the big flower. You have the skulls in the other flower. And it's just so cute. So this collection not gonna last long in the shop. And then you've got the spider print, which again I love, and then you've got this with they're almost like blocks. You've got skulls, pumpkins, and all kinds of stuff in there. So this is the collection. This is super cute, Mary. I agree. This one is one of the best sellers we've had all summer, but I will say too, this is hard. This one's a hard one to find now in its complete set. So we have all 11 fabrics in the collection available as a bundle. And we have it in fat quarter. And we also have it in half yard size. So we've got that. The other collections that we do have, and we still have, and we did restock this one here today. This one is the 5 fabrics from the Dashwood Studio Forest Friends. And so this one being the Forest Friends, you've got the skull, you've got the wolf, you've got little buggies, you've got owls, and you've got raven and skull. And then we also still have this panel in stock as well. So this panel is in stock. This collection is still in stock. But this one of these fabrics is now out of stock, and that's this one here with the raven and the skull. So what we have of the bundles are all we're going to have of the complete collection bundles. And once they're gone, those are gone, that's it. And then we still have this is the last of these bundles for spooky and witchy. And the potion bottles now sold out, can't get that one anymore. And so is one of the other ones is also out, and I can't remember which one. But these are also fantastic. And I have to say, like, all of these collections were that we've had them in stock all summer, but it's not until you get to Halloween that you start to think about Halloween. And by then, a lot of this stuff is already gone. So we held on to what little bit we could so that we could still have these collections in stock for you. But I mean, we're now at the point where these 3 Halloween collections are pretty much, if you want it as a collection, this is it. This is it. So we've got Pretty Creepy, we've got Forest Friends, and we've got Spooky and Witchy. And have you noticed too, like, there's a lot of pink in the Halloween this year? So, and not as much on the orange, although there is still orange and black. It's not as like heavy on orange and black. Have you noticed? And I will tell you, in like, it should not surprise you whatsoever, but we are already ordering next year's Halloween and Christmas fabric. So we already know what Halloween and Christmas are going to look like next year. I mean, it blows my mind. So it's kind of insane when you think about just how crazy this whole thing really is. So anyway, these collections, this is it. Don't sleep on it, because I don't want you to miss out. Especially on the Pretty Creepy, because we haven't had these full bundles in a while. And then earlier this week we sold out of these. So we cut what last one we could, right? Like, I know. And so, like the Christmas stuff, Mary, I have to say, like, so earlier today, I had a customer come in the store, and she was very very undecided on we have a few Christmas things. We have Christmas panels, we have just the tiniest bit of Christmas fabric. And part of that is because we have a better market just from a branding perspective to be able to sell Halloween fabric year round, right? Because things, right? Like, we can sell Halloween year round here. What we can't sell year round here is Christmas. So we have to be really careful, like, what Christmas we bring in, so that it's not like, oh, she's got that Christmas fabric and it's still here, and it's like, 2 years later, we're still on the same Christmas fabric. So what I do is I have brought in a lot of panels for Christmas, And we are looking at bringing in a little Christmas fabric. But I'm also doing some things for Christmas with just non-Christmas fabric. And honestly, I the stuff that I am currently working on, and Mary, I know you're one of those that is just going to be like, I can't wait to do that. Because I was that way. I got this like brainwave in the middle of the night, and I like my eyes popped open, and I said, I have to write this down or else. And I made a quick like note, tried to fall back asleep, fell back asleep, got up the next morning, literally the next day. I said to Charlie, I am not doing the thing I wanted to do today. I am doing this instead. and that's what I did. And I did the sample, and I am in the process of writing the pattern, and it will be our Black Friday release. And I'm just saying, you're gonna want it. I'm just saying, it's that cool. Hello, Anne Marie. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I am so happy to see you. So yeah, I know when I was excited about it, that you would be also excited about it. But I'm just saying, this one, it's like my little heart just pitter pattered. Okay, so in that same vein, when I first had this brainwave, this became one of the most popular things that I ended up having for the holidays, for a holiday. But I didn't make this for a holiday. I made this as part of my cosplay collections. And that is shoe wings. Now, I will tell you that when I came up with these, right, I wanted to call them schwings. And it turns out somebody had trademarked that already, and it was not the guy from Wayne's World. Schwing. Okay, it was not that. However, I made these to appear on It's So Easy and Quilting Arts, and I did these also on Make It Artsy. So these particular shoes and this particular project was on 3 different television shows. National television, my friends. You can come touch these in the store and say they've been on TV. Because these were on the show. And now I will say too, like, the pattern is, so this is perfect for the holiday, okay? Because you've got Halloween coming up, and you are probably like, if you can not right? Everybody loves these, and I love them too. I love making these. I love wearing these. And as you can see, I've actually switched them out on the shoe. This one used to have little dragon wings on it. Now it's got the fairy wings. So you've got little fairy wings, you've got butterflies, you've got angel or speed wings. Okay, you can do who's got the little, like, the FTD florist guy's got the little winged feet. You could be Mercury or the Flash, and you got a dragon wing in there. And there is also a dragonfly wing in the pattern, but I don't have it made up on the cover. But you've got all of those. And we sell the pattern. Obviously, it would be part of tonight's sale. So, or you can get all weekend here, 13% off our website and or in store. Just come on in and get the shoe wings, or schwings as I wanted to call them, but I couldn't call them that because that is trademarked. Somebody else has that legally wrapped up. I cannot make that. So here we are. Now, you're probably thinking, but Cheryl, who has those shoes that tie like that anymore? I have the shoe where it's a Velcro strap. Well, guess what? Instead of grommets, you just make it as a buttonhole. And then you can strap these onto your onto the strap. Okay, so you too can have schwings and they're just fun. Now, you don't have to make a pair for each shoe unless you really want to. What you could do is put one butterfly wing on this side and then put one on this side. Then you're only making two. Or you can make four and then put it on each. But they're so easy to make. And I have foam inside of these, but you could do it with batting easily. No problem. So, but shoe wings, I just love them. They're so silly. But there you go, right? So you've got shoe wings. That's one of your holiday things for the upcoming, because everybody panics right before Halloween. They're like, oh no, I forgot to make a costume. And we have also lovely ear patterns that comes with the fur and a headband. You just need to sew them together and hot glue them onto the headband. Inside the packages, we have two different colors. These are also on our website right now. And you can get, and these are $10. They're inexpensive, quick to make. Now, if you do them as, these are at wolf ears, so this is a wolf ear pattern. We do have in the works an expanded pattern, but because it's just coming with the one sheet pattern, it's very easy to do, and couldn't be easier to make. It's just like one seam and a little bit of hot glue, and you are good to go. You got to flip it to the right side out, and I took the scissors to these, but you could actually use your like hair clippers, like your beard trimmer, and you can give these a little haircut if they were a little too like fuzzy for me, so I give them a little haircut. So yeah, we've got some wild colors. We've got pink and green, and put these with put these with a wild pair of shoes, and your Halloween is ready. I just think you could be the neon green kitty cat or wolf or whatever, but they're wolf ears. Everything is cute to me tonight. I agree. I like it, Maria. It's fine. No problem. I'll take cute. Cute's better than not cute, right? It's not like you're typing out, that is so hideous and I would never wear it. Right? I'm so glad you're not saying that. So yeah, these are we've got these in the shop. Come and grab them. We've got them on the website. So fun. We've got shoe wings and wolf ears. Okay. And then, and this is pretty exciting. I have something new. And we have for a long time gotten gotten questions about a particular quilt in our shop. And it got to a point where I actually had to take the quilt down because everybody was asking me about this quilt. And I was like, yeah, you can't get that thing anymore. So I'm sorry, and I kept having to explain that it was no longer available. So we have taken that matter into our own hands. It's upside down. And now it's not. And we have decided to create our own version. And that is the United States of America quilt panel. And as you can see, okay, so we have had a very similar quilt to this, hanging in our office. And everyone would point and say, how do I make that quilt? And I'm like, we don't have that panel anymore. Sorry. Actually, we never carried the panel. It was a panel that was available like 8 years ago. And of course, I've been looking for something similar all this time and could not find one until we made it ourselves. And that's what we did. So as you can see, there's some sparkly buttons on here. And that is to highlight places that we have been on vacation together, Charlie and I. And so this is a new panel that we created. And now we have available for sale in the panels section of our website. So here's a little bit more about this panel. First of all, it's got the United States of America on the top. And it's got all of the states. Now, one of the things too is that you can, so for example, like my husband and I, we took a road trip for our honeymoon to Portland, and then drove up to Washington, and then drove the long way home. So we did this big loop. Well, we could embroider all the way and then embroider that route back. And that would be like a way to identify like your road trips and then like put buttons on where you stopped. That is one of the ways that we use this panel. Another thing that we did was we put buttons on everywhere that we went on vacation and that we have stayed overnight on. So like if we just drive through, or if I fly through, like I don't count it. And let me tell you, there were years where I was flying like 24, like almost the circumference of the earth every year. And one year I almost did twice the circumference of the earth. So I flew a lot. for my corporate jobs, and I would not count the spot if I didn't sleep overnight in that spot. So like I have been to Phoenix like 6 times through their airport on the way somewhere else. Okay. So I've stopped in Phoenix and got off and got onto another plane. Technically, I don't count that as visiting Phoenix. Okay. If I stay overnight, then I count it. And so like I have buttons on one of these that just pepper the whole thing. Oh gosh, yeah, Charlotte. A button for every quilt shop I visit. Yes. Yes. Uh or even, my new friend Anne Marie, who is watching in her RV. Look at all the places that you can go. Now, we have this in a pink colorway, and we also have this in a blue colorway. So we know it's like a blue purple, it's like a gradation. And these are, as you can see, the backgrounds are a little bit different. They're like a watercolor background. So it's like a watercolor painted background. So that's what these like almost like these stripes, almost looks like stripes. They're not quite stripes. It's watercolor paper. It's a watercolor sort of modeled effect. And again, you could even come in here with fabric paint and paint the states that you have visited. That would be amazing also. So I just think there's so many fun ways to use this. I can tell you for a fact that I believe, only like 4 states that I have not been to. And that would be North Dakota, Arkansas, Alabama, and I think that's it. I have been to every other state, and actually, Mississippi. I have not stayed overnight in those like 5 states. That's it. I have stayed everywhere else in the United States. So my colored map would be very like monotone. So we've got it in the blue colorway, and this pinky purple colorway as well. And then the quilt, when you quilt it, what I did was I just quilted like around I just kind of went through each around all the states. And then look at this. Charlotte, you have 9 siblings, a button for everybody's house and everybody's nieces and grandnieces. That's a really cute idea. Really cute idea. So I'm just saying that there's like we put these glass buttons on where we currently live and where we have lived, and then we put pearl buttons for all the places that we visited on our honeymoon. And then we have a couple buttons down here. That's where Max lives. So, like we have, this is a very personal one to us, but, you can put on like whatever you want. And so we have a very limited number of these right now because we're kind of testing the concept. But if you guys really like this, then we will absolutely be getting more of them, because we just, we're a small business. We can only, bring in these things if they take off, they take off. If they don't, they don't. But I love like that modeled background, because what it does is it focuses on what your travels are, or your buttons are, right? And so like one of the things I still want to do is embroider our route. We took Route 80 or I-80, the highway. We took I-80 to I-88 out, and then we took I-90 back, and that goes like this. And so I would still want to embroider that on here so that it would have like our travels for that particular road trip. It was 2 weeks. It was so much fun. You would think like 2 weeks trapped in the car with your brand new husband. I mean, it was it was actually a lot of fun. We had a great time. So yeah, buttons for your houses, buttons for places you've lived, buttons for places you visited. This one here is just me and my husband's trips. The one that I have that was a previous panel that was similar to this. That one was all my work trips, and man, it was like almost covered with buttons. It was great. So once again, it's like the pin cushion pin, like a pin map, like um where you would put it up on a cork board and push pin map, but it's a button map. And yes, Alaska and Hawaii are on there, so it's just the United States. And depending, there's more. Sisters on the Fly, they travel in their vintage trailers and they're fly fisherwomen. That's cool. That's really cool. I bet you could get this and surround it with like fly fishing fabric from like fishing, we just put like, cuz this one is pinky purple, I just put whatever purple we had in the shop on it, right? But that would be also very cool. So once again, we've got some fun. Now, these are custom made for us, okay? So, and these are fabric manufacturing is not for the faint of heart. So, these are custom. Just keep that in mind. They're very, and I love the feel of this fabric. It's like a really nice cotton base fabric that they've used for this. So I just love it, and I'm so excited because finally, right, I can stop hearing, where can I get that? And I can say from here. Because literally every person who would come in, and they're travelers, right? They're people from out of town. They would all ask, I love that quilt, and where did you get that, and how do I get that? And I'm like, oh, it's such an old fabric. I tried to see if it was still available. It was not. But this one is ours. We make this. So, and let me tell you, drawing the United States is not easy. So it is not easy to draw, and you kind of have to make them sort of look like the state. It's not like, because then you're offending the person who the state is supposed to be from, right? Like I who was born in Illinois, and I'm looking at the Illinois, like, does that even look like Illinois? I sure hope so. It's when you get to the little teeny tiny states, those ones are the hardest. So anyway, that's brand new in the shop, along with our little fuzzy ears. And we've had shoe wings for a long time, but now's a great time to get them, especially with our sale 13/13. So the reason we decided to do a 13% off sale wasn't because of Friday the 13th. In fact, it was because our wedding anniversary was on the 10th. Now, we got married on 10/10/2020. So Charlie and I got married on during the pandemic on 10/10/2020. So it's always easy for us to remember how many years we've been married, because it's whatever the number year it is. So if it's 2023, we've been married 3 years. And I said, oh, it's too bad that our anniversary isn't a higher number, that we could offer it as a discount, because 3% does not sound that appealing as a discount. And we looked at the calendar and we're like, oh, wait, Friday the 13th is also this week. And that's perfect. We'll just add the 3 to 10 and get 13. So 13% off is not just because of Friday the 13th, but because we were married for 3 years on 10/10. So I'm excited. It's been a great week here. Alice Cooper, I wish he would have stopped in the store. Apparently he did walk in front of the store. The business next door told us that he walked by and looked in the windows. We were closed. He came into town after we had already closed and gone home. So, but he should be on stage now performing. And he's been cited all over town, Alice Cooper. It has been hilarious to see like where people have been posting. It's like Where's Waldo with Alice Cooper everywhere in Paducah. It's hysterical. We've been having a good time with it here in town. And of course, I've been teasing some of our tourists, you know, and these lovely ladies who come in, who are clearly here for the Quilt Museum. I'll say, oh, are you in town for the Alice Cooper concert? And they would all giggle and say, no, we're here for the Quilt Museum. And I'm, you know, and I can tell. But it has been fun. It gives the husbands something to talk about, which is always a good thing. So we've been having a good week in the store. It is finally going to be fall weather tomorrow. I'm so excited. It was 80 degrees today, and can I tell you, it's October. It is not 80-degree. It is not time for 80-degree weather. We do not want 80-degree weather anymore. We want fall weather. So please, fall weather, come on back. But we've got you know, all kinds of goodies, all kinds of restocks. We've got all this fabric bundles for Halloween back in stock. The maps, the ears, we've got stuff. Alice who? Somebody did ask me that today. They were like, who? And I said, Alice Cooper, the heavy metal musician. And they were like, oh, I think my brother will know who that is, not me. And I'm like, yeah, probably. It's okay. Alice Cooper. He's quite the theatrics dude, apparently. Puts on quite a show from what I understand. But he's playing at the Carson Center tonight. Here on Friday the 13th. And it's supposed to be like jam-packed down there tonight. So you take that for what it is. I don't know. I think it's cool. So anyway, that's what I've got for you tonight, my friends. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to. Please definitely take a look over at the website. Take a look and use 1313 to get 13% off. And do I have a 5-inch charm packs for the Halloween fabric? I don't. Fat quarters is the smallest size I have. I'm so sorry. But come on in. I will cut. Oh, someone had one of my t-shirts on. Yes, they're getting restocked tomorrow, my friends. Shirts are on their way. Once they hit the website, save me a blue one. Oh, for these, Anne, is this what you want? I will save you a blue one. I will go mark it out of stock for you so that I save it for you. Yes, okay? So but Rachel, come on in and let's talk about it. I can see what I can do. But yes, the t-shirts are coming back in stock. 2 different designs are coming back in. The Tool Skull and Not Your Grandmother's Quilter are coming back into stock this week. And and as soon as they go up, I will put it up on social media. So you got it, Anne. I got that blue one put aside for you. All right. I'm excited, you guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a great weekend. I will see all of you next week online. Thank you. Thank you. Anne, thank you. Mary, thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. It is Friday the 13th. And